A Napa guy knows the only way you'd give a freshly minted driver a brand new car is if he promises to never drive it. Instead, let him grind the gears and knock over the neighbor's mailbox in something a little more suited to his skill level. And with over 400,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, he can safely drive something that's nearly as old as he is. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for him. That's Napa know-how.
Blog Talk Radio.
Well, good evening, folks, and thank you for tuning in with me once again to another edition of True Conservative Radio. And of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I definitely want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. I know that it's been some time since I conducted a broadcast, and we are broadcasting from episode number 149. And in episode number 148, I had a little bit of a breakdown at the end of the show, and I just wanted to extend my sincerest apologies to everybody that had to bear witness that. But unfortunately, folks, it's just, everything has just gotten to me. You know, you look on the boob tube and see the American general public submitting to this quasi-communist socialist garbage. You listen to all the imbeciles that are calling this broadcast in an attempt to try to be cute and try to prank call and all this other nonsense, when it's these young individuals that are prank calling this program. These young individuals that are the ones that are being sold out by this liberal regime that's in power, and these young people are too stupid to even realize it. And unfortunately, at the end of episode number 148, I had a little bit of a breakdown, folks. Call it a little bit of balled up nerves, so to speak. But it's just something that unfortunately just had to be done. It was just one of these tension breakers that was just. You know how it is, folks. I love this country. I love America. And unfortunately, the American people are ignorant pieces of gluttonous, materialistic, fat jelly-ass garbage that could care less about nothing else but their own materialistic consumption. Instead of preserving the rights and the liberties and the freedoms that this country accorded to them, they're out here giving it away to a bunch of liberal bureaucrats. And I think it's disgusting. And, of course, folks, I had a lot of callers last program that were prank calling. Once again, a whole bunch of four-eyed, freckle-faced, beaten stepchildren that are trying to impress some cyber poontang on the fiber-optically connected network that we call the Internet, trying to call into the True Conservative Radio program, thinking it's going to win some kind of brownie points. But it's not. So anyway, folks, before we move on, I want to emphasize that we may hear more prank callers on the program. We may hear more of these obnoxious little snot-nosed, nose-ring-having pricks that are going to get up on here and try to think they're cute and try to flap their little yapper on the telephone. But with all due respect, folks, these are nothing but Internet butt stalkers. These are obviously individuals that I'm obviously penetrating their conscience. I'm penetrating their conscience because they're coming back and they're listening. And lo and behold, I know for a fact that I am striking a nerve right in the middle of their damn beady eyes that they call a brain. And they know for a fact that what I'm saying is truthful. And let me tell you something, young people. What I have been saying and what I'm going to continue to say is truthful. Do you understand that? You are being sold out, and no one gives a crap about it. All right, I have a little bit of a conscience. I'm out here trying to amplify the absolute contradictions and the hypocrisy within this liberal regime. And with all due respect, young people, y'all are being sold out. Not only are you being sold out, but your children's 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 children are being sold out. And in the last program, number 148, I had a little bit of a breakdown. I didn't know whether or not I was going to come back and have another show again, for heaven's sake. But I got a whole bunch of emails from folks, and let me tell you, there's a whole bunch of true conservatives out there. After last evening or the last program, I got a whole bunch of emails. And by the way, if you want to email me, folks, ghostpolitics@yahoo.com is the email address. Ghostpolitics@yahoo.com. Got a whole bunch of emails from true conservatives out there that were telling me to continue on, to not let these, little nipple clamp loving, butt plug up the ass looking, Pokemon ass licking pieces of enemy washing trash sit here and attempt to try to sway the conscience of the true conservative radio program, because we're not going to do it and we're not going to have it. So it was all the encouraging words and all the inspirational emails that were facilitated my way, folks, and I want to sincerely thank you. All right? I want to sincerely thank you very much for all the true conservative followers and all the individuals that understand that our country is in peril, that our country needs not only our help, but it needs our energy. It needs our emphasis. All right? It needs our focus to understand that the only way that we're going to continue to preserve the American way is if we actually participate in this political process. And that is the whole reason why I do this program, folks. That's the whole reason why the True Conservative radio program is on the air, in hopes of sparking some synapses in your numb skulls to go out there and participate in this political process. Because it was the political complacency that has got us in this position to begin with. It was the political laziness is what's got us in this current predicament. Anyway, folks, once again, before I move on, I wanted to say I'm sincerely sorry for the breakdown I had in number 148, and hopefully it won't happen again. But anyway, folks, let's go ahead and continue on in the program, and let's go ahead and talk about a variety of different subject matters that should be slapping everybody right in the kisser, given the fact that we're so close to the holidays and everybody seems to be tight on the budgets. Everybody seems to be tight on cash out here. It doesn't matter how rich of an ass clown that you think you are, you're going to be a little tight in the wad, tight in the pocket. Anyway, folks, I think it's really disgusting, all right, that you have a whole population of American people. And this is why I continue to say that the American public sucks, all right? The American public sucks because they have allowed this to happen, and not only have they allowed all this ridiculous political, economic, and social malarkey to transpire right before our eyes, but they're begging for it. They're on their knees saying they want more of it, for heaven's sake. Anyway, folks, I think it's utterly disgusting that we have an American masses that just, instead of actually focusing on the more important things in our reality, which is freedom, economic opportunity, an emphasis on raising our family, raising our children, these idiots in America are so consumeristic and gluttonous that everything else has superseded everything. I mean, listen to these kids that call up to this program. All right, listen to these morons. All right, I mean, these idiots are probably 19, 20 years old, and they're still watching these ridiculous cartoons called anime. And for all you idiots that don't know what the hell anime is, I strongly advise you to look it up. It's Japanese cartoons. That's how ridiculous our American children are getting. They're having to import animated programs so they can sit there and beat off to like they're, oh, look, I'm watching anime. And this is what we have out here, folks. And the reason I know that these are anime addict, dumbasses, is because of the little stupid references that these idiot prank callers make, and they actually think that they're accomplishing things. That's right. They actually think they're accomplishing things out here, for heaven's sake. I mean, this is how stupid our American public is getting. And even though that we have a bunch of ass clowns continuously calling up and trying to make references to little Pokemon, little videos, and all this little anime Japanese horse crap, all right, what they need to do is stick their damn, Tokyo chopstick anime crap right up their shit funnel and realize that in the midst of all that little fantasy that you're, immersing yourself with, there's a reality outside your little stupid cartoon world, you dumb idiots, all right? And meanwhile, you are being sold out. You are being sold out right from underneath your stupid anime-watching selves by everybody around you. And what are you stupid, dumb kids doing? Oh, look,
Pokemon, it's the Mudkips. Oh, look, I'm playing with my Pink Willy right now, watching some Japanese little animation cartoon because it makes my life significant. Oh, yeah, it's what it does. It makes my life significant, like I've got something to live for. Like I've got something to live for.
Shut your stupid dumbass mouth. Anyway, I didn't mean to get personal on all these idiot Pokemon watching ass clowns that continue to call up and think that they're cute. But I want you to understand the mindset of the dumbasses that are calling this program, because these are the young people of today, folks. I mean, I'm spreading truth. I am spreading knowledge. I am giving people backhands, Ike Turner style, into reality when it comes to the absolute contradictions and hypocrisy to today's government, to today's economics, and today's social systems. And no one seems to care. These young people could care less. They want to see the latest gerbil up the pooper having idiot that's going to prance his little pink team playing ass around all over American Idol. You know, that's what they want. They want to see the latest American Idol. See, oh, look, I like his eyeliner. I like his eyeliner. I like his makeup. I'm voting for him. This is what these young people are more concerned about. Anyway, let me go ahead and segue into the first subject matter of the program, folks. I know that I am somewhat venting about the previous breakdown that I had in episode number 148, but we're going to go ahead and segue into that. And let's start talking about Obama, our great president of the United States of America, the leader of the liberal regime in power today. Now, Obama came out, I believe it was Sunday, during 60 Minutes, calling out the fat cats on Wall Street. I mean, as a matter of fact, I believe he used the term fat cats. And what the hell did he mean by, the fat cats on Wall Street need to, understand that this isn't, some kind of the old days. I mean, he was inferring that the fat cats on Wall Street and the fat cats, the bankers, and all these people that have been raiding your tax money, that they need to take a time out from raiding your tax dollars because, I'm Obama and I'm a man and woman of he's a man, I guess, a man of the people. He's a man of the people. So you fat cats in Wall Street and the financial industry, you need to stop with all this gluttonous excess and all this crap, and you need to get down to business. And what business does our president want these people to get down to? They want to lend you more money. Let me repeat that again. They want to lend you more money, all right? They want to give you credit lines, you stupid morons. And that's what people don't understand. And that's what people want, to be completely honest with you. Meanwhile, Wall Street and the financial industry that our president and the liberal regime are criticizing, the same industry that they're criticizing, they allowed to raid our tax dollars. They allowed it to happen. I mean, I find it unbelievably disgusting at the ridiculous hypocrisy and the contradictions that are just overtly apparent. I mean, they are overtly apparent. They're in your stupid face, and you people just can't seem to get a grasp on it. You people just can't seem to interpret it. Are you that stupid? Good God! I mean, what's going on with you people out here in America? Aren't you learning anything, for heaven's sake? The reason I'm getting on our president for saying that the fat cats out on Wall Street and the financial institutions, the reason I'm saying that our president shouldn't be criticizing, or at least that's what I'm inferring here, I guess. The reason I'm saying that, folks, is because not only did this liberal regime allow these damn Wall Street executives and financial institutions to raid our tax-paying dollars, our money! During this last this last little election that we had here in November, in 09 that basically, kind of tipped the balance of what the hell's going to happen in 010. You know, the New Jersey elections and the Virginia elections, were a big deal. You remember that. Well, before this past November's elections, you had Barack Obama, and we covered it here on the True Conservative radio program. We had our president going out to the East Coast speaking at these Democratic fundraising dinners. That's right. You can look back in the archive, folks. I strongly advise you to do so if you don't understand what I'm talking about. But he was out there campaigning for Corzine. He was out there campaigning for all those other goofs out there on the East Coast. And he took it upon himself to go out there and, make a couple of speeches at these $20,000 plus dinner, events. And guess who attended these $20,000 plus dinner ahead, or $20,000 plus ahead events? Just take a guess. Who was the people that bought this crap? That's right, folks. It was the Wall Street bankers and the same Wall Street and financial institution executives that this president is calling fat cats, that these liberals are trying to exploit as being so-called, they're so greedy, they're so greedy. You want to know why they're greedy? Because they have your money, and they had the American government allow them to take it with no type of accountability whatsoever. You stupid American people don't give a crap. You stupid American people don't give a crap. So you deserve this stupid, ridiculous onslaught of political, economic, and social ignorance that is infecting our land today. I can't believe that you people aren't standing up and saying, hey, 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 big brother government. I know that you want to sit here and allow all the cronies that donated to your political contribution accounts. You want them to get a payback by allowing them to raid our tax-paying system. But we're not going to allow it to happen because we're a little bit more observant. We're a little bit more intelligent than that. I can't believe that none of you people even care that people are getting paid billions, with a B, billions in bonuses out there in Wall Street, out there in the financial institutions, the same financial institutions that our president is criticizing, that the liberal regime is criticizing. These people are getting billions of dollars in bonuses because of your tax dollars. Your tax dollars. Get that through your stupid, thick, stupid skulls, you dumbass! Get that through your thick skulls, for heaven's sake! This is our tax money. The tax money that's deducted from our paychecks whenever we get them cut, whether it's bi-weekly or weekly, or monthly in some cases. This is the money that's being taken out of our checks, and it's being put into the bank accounts of these damn financial institutions and these damn Wall Street idiots because of the liberals. And the liberals have the audacity. I mean, that's what's so funny about it. They have the audacity to sit here and criticize these morons in Wall Street and the financial institutions. They have the audacity to criticize these morons when they allowed them. All right? They allowed them to go ahead and raid it. Really unfortunate, folks. Really unfortunate. And is anybody in America really talking about it? No. You know what America's doing? They're begging our government for more stimulus package checks. Yeah, they're begging our government for more entitlement programs that they can apply for, so they can just sit back and collect a check every single month on the American taxpayer, so they can camp out this Christmas on Black Friday in front of Best Buy or Target or whatever dumb, stupid international conglomerate out here. They camp out in front of these stupid, dumb stores to purchase Chinese goods. The same Chinese goods that, took their jobs. Give me a break. Makes me sick, man. It makes me sick to my stomach. What the hell do you have to say about it? Do you even give two rats' asses? I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869. I find it funny that our President of the United States had the audacity to get in front of a camera in front of 60 Minutes, all right? In front of 60 Minutes, And he had the audacity to sit here and call the people that he allowed and his regime allowed to raid the American tax system. He has the audacity to sit here and call them fat cats and be critical of these individuals. Let me tell you something. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that these dumb fat cats in Wall Street and the financial institutions are justified in raiding our tax-paying system. But let me tell you, all right, let me tell you, I think that these individuals should be held accountable. And let me tell you, the banks, I don't know if you've noticed, they're paying back their TARP money, and they're paying back every other money that could be held accountable over their heads as soon as possible. I don't know if you people have been keeping up to date with all these financial institutions that are all of a sudden getting money out of nowhere, and they're paying off their debts to the government. You want to know why? You want to know why they're doing it, folks? Because you idiots don't understand that the conservative movement and the individuals that understand that we need to preserve the American integrity, American economy, and American social systems, we're going to take power once again. We are going to take power once again. And once we take power, folks, we're going to hold all these ass clowns accountable on Wall Street. We're going to hold all these ass clowns accountable out there in the financial institutions. We're going to hold all the ass clowns accountable that are collecting all these entitlement programs, thinking there's just an infinite, free money fund. All right, we are going to hold you all accountable. So all you dumbass little liberal, long hair, tree hugging, green worshiping ass clowns, and all you feminist muff diving bull dykes that are out here worshiping, Gloria Steinem pictures, you all continue to masquerade yourself in your limited ability of power from now until the 2010 elections to the 2012 elections, because I guarantee you that you are going to be held accountable. Bottom line, you're going to be held accountable by true conservatives, by real American people. None of this leftist, liberal, Karl Marx wet dream crap. We're going to take some callers here, and I'm sure, folks, before I take some callers, you're probably going to have a couple of people that are going to prank call and think they're cute and think they're such, great contributions to, comedic enlightenment or something. But these people are nothing but a bunch of dumb, imbecilic, ass-tickling nimrods that are out here doing nothing but dumbing down our American public more than it already is. So if we happen to hear a little bit of prank calling out here, it's because these ass clowns have nothing else better to do with their lives. I wouldn't be surprised if they're collecting an entitlement check. I wouldn't be surprised if these morons are being paid by the liberal regime right now so that they can disrupt this program. Because this program provides substance, folks, and we're going to provide a little bit more substance on how much money, how much of the American taxpaying dollars went to all these ridiculous programs here in just a second. But we're going to take a couple of callers here. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. 228 area code, you're on the air.
Hello, sir.
How's it going?
It's going all right. I agree with you about them liberals. I agree about all of it. All them goddamn mud tips, all that shit.
There's another prank calling piece of milky licking crap right there. Did you hear this crap? This is one of these, stupid anime Pokemon Christopher Poole worshiping cum gurglers out here, with all due respect. So we're going to have to deal with these stupid Pokemon worshiping pieces of anime crap, from now on. But we're just going to hang up on them. We're not even going to pay them any kind of acknowledgement whatsoever, and that's all there is to it. So let's keep on going. All right, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. Do we have anybody that really gives a crap? All right, does anybody really give a crap about, any of this, spending and any of this hypocrisy that the liberal regime is being called out on? Does anybody really give a crap? All right, I'm just asking. All right, I'm just asking. Maybe you people just want to be living in third world squalor. Is that it? You want America to be in third world squalor? Give me a break. 440, you're on the air.
Hi.
It's
Yeah, you sound too fruity to even be on this program. Get out of here and grow yourself a pair. And next time you call me, you sound off with a little bit more bass in your voice, boy.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you something. I am not going to take any more calls from idiots that sound like they just popped out of the anal passage of Greg Louganis. Do you understand, folks? I'm not going to put up with it. I'm not going to put up with it because first and foremost, I know for a fact that I've got a whole bunch of, with all due respect, for a lack of a better term, people that are playing for the pink team that don't really appreciate my true conservative commentary that I convey on this broadcast. And I know that there's a whole bunch of idiots, all right? I know there's a whole bunch of idiots out there that are trying to, in some fashion, dissuade the conscience of the listeners of the True Conservative radio program by conducting themselves in these ridiculous prank calls. But we're not gonna go ahead. We're not gonna let it happen, folks. We are not letting it happen. All right. 859, you're on the air.
What I found troubling today is I recently read an article about the U.S. giving up billions of tax money in a deal for Citigroup's bailout repayment. What the Obama said is that taxpayers are likely to profit from the sale of Citigroup shares, as if the lost tax revenue could easily outstrip those that they gain from the profits. What do you think about that?
Well, I'll tell you what I think about that. I think it's a bunch of stupid philosophical malarkey that the liberal regime is just trying to pump out of their propaganda machine to justify all the ridiculous spending that they've been doing. And I'm glad for that caller to, read that little article, and thank you for your call. But let's take a little bit, let's take a trip back to Stimulus Package 2 days, shall we? You remember Stimulus Package 2. Let me tell you, I was on this broadcast calling people at random. And you can look back in the archive, folks, if you don't believe me. I was on the air calling people randomly in the phone book in hopes of dissuading these people from accepting the Stimulus Package 2 bill and in hopes of motivating their stupid, gluttonous, gelatin-eating asses to go out and to convince their congressman not to vote for the Stimulus Package 2 bill. I was out here doing it, folks. All right? Now, unfortunately, the Stimulus Package 2 bill was passed, unfortunately. I mean, it's still passed. And what exactly has it done for us? It hasn't done absolutely nothing, folks. It hasn't done absolutely nothing. On top of which, you have our democratic liberal regime asking to raise the federal debt ceiling to as much as $8.1 trillion before the new year, for heaven's sake. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, let's take a trip back first. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let's take a trip back. Stimulus Package 2, the open raid on the American tax-paying system. Stimulus Package 2. And we all, I mean, I think I've already told you about the $90 million that went to pig odor, studying pig odor, and but just for all you folks that didn't get the last references, let's take a look at what our tax-paying dollars have done thus far, huh? Shall we? Let's do this. Now, $2.2 million of the $780 billion or $790 billion Stimulus Package 2 bill went to a failing golf course in San Francisco. A failing golf course in San Francisco. Now, why do you think that $2.2 million went to a failing golf course in liberal elitist San Francisco, huh? And by the way, why do you think it's failing? Why do you think a golf course is failing in San Francisco? Those elitists don't like golf. Those liberal elitists don't like that kind of crap because I'm out there in the sun and I just don't, I have to put too much cream on my skin and it'll just hurt me. I'd rather just sip on some wines and, yes, and I'd like to go out and look at the opera. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Yes. Oh, that's what I love to do is go out to the opera and I love it. Yes. Give me a break. Anyway, folks, before I move on any further, I see that we're having technical difficulties here on the Blog Talk Radio Network. So for all the folks that are out here, having trouble listening in and having trouble connecting, please stay on the line. Please stay on the connection with me. Please stay connected because we're having a technical difficulties out here in the Blog Talk Radio. I don't know if you've been checking out the website as of right now. It says that we're currently going under maintenance. So if you're having trouble with the feed, folks, please, I'm sorry. It's just technical difficulties here at the Blog Talk Radio Network. Stay with me, though, folks. Don't be milky lickers and, go on and, try to become victims of ridiculous, sick porn or something. All right, why don't you just stay right here. We're going to talk about true conservative commentary. And just a little while ago, we were talking about the $2.2 trillion, or excuse me, $2.2 million, the $2.2 million that went to a failing golf course. How about $54 million? We're speaking of liberal wines, right? Speaking of, oh, yes, I'm a liberal, and I love the liberal wine, yes. $54 million of our little stimulus package 2 bill went to a California wine train. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you liberals are creaming in your pants for that, huh? $55 million for a wine train in California. Oh, yeah, that's what I like, a little wine. Oh, yeah, I'm sipping on the good wine, yes. All right, you want to continue going? $1.5 million went to fossil research in Argentina. $1.5 million went to fossil research in Argentina. Give me a break. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Just give me American taxpayer money while they're sitting there gluttonous pieces of materialistic crap camping out in front of multinational conglomerates to purchase Chinese goods. Yeah. $75,000 went to a puppet show and a clown theater. $75,000 of the stimulus package money, all right? All right, it went to the damn a clown show. A freaking clown show, for heaven's sake. All right, let's continue going on. 400,000 people, or $400,000, excuse me, of the stimulus package 2 bill went to people to keep journals about their malt liquor and marijuana use. Yeah, look it up for yourself, folks, all right? Give me a break. I know that you milky lickers are sitting here saying, oh, I think he's lying. I think he's lying here. You look it up for yourself, all right? You look it up for yourself, and you see what's going on out here. Let me tell you something right now. I am putting out nothing but fact, all right? Nothing but fact. I am making every liberal out there look lower than a leprechaun's nutsack, and all they can do is look back at me with a smile saying, oh, yes, sir, can I have another while I skip down the yellow brick road? You want to go on? We can continue going on here, right? $500,000 went to study how people use Facebook. Yeah, $500,000 went to study how people use Facebook in the stimulus package 2 bill. $200,000 went to study the hookup behavior of college students. Yeah, $200,000 went to studying the hookup behavior of college students. Do we have to actually study this? Isn't there some idiot named Joe Francis or something making multi-million dollars on basically documenting the dumbass bimbos in college campuses everywhere? Is it like Girls Gone Naked or Girls Gone something or something? Do you understand what I'm saying here, folks? This is where all of our money, our tax-paying dollars are going. And you people are just sitting there camping out in front of multinational conglomerates, waiting for the next Chinese product to be crapped out of their chopstick-eating asses. You're stupid, all right? You're idiots. The American people are a bunch of morons, with all due respect, folks. You're stupid. All right, you're absolutely ridiculous. I mean, here, you want to continue going, for heaven's sake? 220,000 to study the birds and the sex drive of rats. Yeah, and this is the best part. And the division of labor in ant piles. Yeah. I mean, do you understand what I'm saying here? I mean, this is why I continue to come up on here and broadcast. This is why I continue to come up on here and try to convey these true conservative commentary that I continue to convey here. I mean, it's important. It's important, for heaven's sake, because these young people are the ones that are paying for it. You know, all you young people that are calling up, blowing up my damn switchboard here, you idiots are the ones that are paying for it. And you see, I'm showing compassion towards you young people out here. I'm showing compassion. I'm saying, hey, you're being hoodwinked. You've been bamboozled. You know, I'm trying to show you the way to a certain extent, and what are you idiots worried about?
Oh, I want to see Adam Lambert, expose us more to gay bondage. That's what I want. Oh, I want Britney Spears to come out in a half-naked outfit and say, it's Britney, bitch.
I mean, this is what you young people are more worried about. This is what you people are, this is what you more people... I mean, it almost makes me want to laugh, for heaven's sake, because I can't believe that you young people are this stupid. I mean, with all due respect, I think there should be a major study with all the drugs that these kids were hooked up on because mommy and daddy weren't there, because there were single parents and mom or dad was trying to become a corporate mogul, or they just didn't want to be parents, for heaven's sake. They just didn't want to be parents, so they hopped them up on all that Ritalin and all this Prozac and, whatever the hell other drugs that are out there. And I think this is the consequence of all these kids out here. I mean, listen to them. Let's start taking calls and listen to these morons. All right? I mean, I know 254 is one of these morons. Hey, go ahead and do your routine there, 254, you stupid milky-licking piece of crap. Are you there?
The bar before we got our table.
Yeah.
And Rachel was like, let me get 2 drinks. And she was like, can I, take them both? And he, you can't give someone actually, give them 2 drinks.
Yeah.
But the bartender was like, yeah, I'll give them to you, but have her carry one of them. Sat down at the table.
Hey!
Drank it, and the waiter never carded me.
Hey, stop talking to that stupid bimbo and start paying attention to the call, you stupid dumbass on 254.
Yeah.
Hey, 254, stop talking to that stupid, dumb whore that sounds like she's taking a couple of poles to the mouth, and start talking to the damn call here, you dumb, stupid idiot.
Hey, man, sorry, dude. Hey, are you there?
Yeah, just get off, though, Mike. You sound fruity anyway. That's probably your sister, for heaven's sake. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt that was your girl or something, but you sound like you just popped out of the anal passage of Elton John while singing to his butt boy from a castle somewhere. Get the hell out of here. Let's continue going. Let's continue hearing these idiots. 973, you're on the air.
I'm Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown.
Everybody hear this idiot? 973.
I do cocaine.
Yeah. Do you hear this? This is the American youth right here, folks. Right here. 970, you're on the air.
Hey, Ghost.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, I'm a truck driver, and you just caught me at a bad time. I'm in the mountains. I'm going to lose you. I'll call you back in a few.
No problem.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in. Well, at least we have somebody out there, working the American grind out there that's out there listening to the True Conservative Radio show out there on the road. An American trucker, an American patriot that's out there working for a living, unlike you stupid, gluttonous, materialistic, entitlement-receiving jerkasses that are trying to submit yourself into serfdom and into some sort of Karl Marx wet dream. 334, you're on the air.
So I'm pretty sure you just got butt raped by a liberal.
Yeah, stupid. You sound too fruity to be on this program, all right? Grow yourself a pair, all right, and blame your mammy for hopping on something that looks good in a leather jacket down the street for your father not to be around to show you how to be a real man and talk like you have a pair of balls, for heaven's sake, instead of them sounding like they're shoved so far up your damn anal passage that you look like you have a second twat, all right? 662, you're on the air.
Yeah. Growing up in a military background, it's really hard to see some of these kids on the TV not knowing what patriotism is, not knowing about what we're supposed to be backing our country with. What do you think about that?
Well, they don't. They don't care about anything else but American Idol, about being a rock star, about going out and saying, oh, look at me, I'm going to go out and I'm going to be a millionaire, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to live the American rock star life. I mean, look at these moron kids if they think about it, if you think about it. Listen, they're going out and they're being told to go to college, right? They go to college and they indebt themselves, $40,000, $50,000 in student loans that they're going to have to pay for the rest of their life. I mean, this is secured debt. For all you folks that don't know what secured debt is, that means you have to pay it. It ain't like little unsecured credit cards that you can, just have a bunch of moron little creditors calling your house 24/7. No. You have to pay this for the rest of your life. And if you college kids don't pay it, you go to jail. You go to jail if you don't pay your little student loans. And now think about it. These young people are going out. They're indebting themselves in $40,000, $50,000 in all kinds of student debts, all right? And what are they doing? Are they actually learning anything? No, they're going to a $40,000 or $50,000 four-year party. And my evidence is girls gone crazy or whatever that video is. All right, all those stupid college girls that are going out and getting into wet T-shirt contests and flashing their assets out there. I mean, it's a disgrace what's happening to our country, all right? And lo and behold, when they get out of college, folks, when our college kids get out of college, they can't find a job in the service industry-oriented economy. They can't find a job at all. You want to know why? Because they got lied to, all right? So many kids have gone to college. They've saturated the market with college degrees. That college degrees mean absolutely nothing anymore in today's America. And you want to know who you can thank for that? You can thank the baby boomers. You can thank your parents. You can thank all these ass clowns that told you to indebt yourself before you even had an opportunity to play the game. And the reason I say that the baby boomers should take so much credit for this horrific, atrocious, bequeathing of serfdom to their children is because they are the ones that had all the economic opportunity, folks. Don't you understand that? I mean, I say this all the time, but it bears repeating. You know that 20 years ago, you had to go into a, electronics department store to get yourself a computer, or you had to go to a specialized computer store to get your computer. And the individual selling your computer would actually be a reputable salesman that actually knew about the hardware and the software that came packaged with the product. Well, now who's selling you your computers, all right? Back then it was, nicely dressed men in suits, and they got a commission. A lot of people got rich off of selling computers. Well, now look who's selling your computer, for heaven's sake. Go to Best Buy. It's some 16-year-old pimple-faced, nose-ring, $7.50 an hour piece of crap that's selling you a $2,000, $1,500 a piece of equipment. All right? I mean, don't you understand that, folks? The economic opportunities are no longer around for you young people, and you don't care. You don't care. I just think it's funny. I think it's unbelievably hilarious that you young people could give a rat's ass. I mean, you've got Obama, our president, blatantly being called, blatantly displaying himself as a hypocrite. He's sitting here calling out these so-called fat cats for supposedly being, greedy, when his regime and he himself allowed these so-called fat cats to raid the American taxpaying system. That's why these idiots are going to have a great Christmas this Christmas, while you idiots are getting the scraps of whatever stimulus or entitlement check that you're getting, or you're one of these fortunate, or if you want to be called fortunate, but you're one of these people that gets an extended credit line. Oh, you can extend an extended credit line, for heaven's sake. You people are dumbasses. I tell you people are idiots, and it's no wonder that America is being flushed down the toilet. You people have sold your children out. You people have sold yourselves out, and you people don't give a crap. You're sitting on your thumbs, all right, wiggling around in your colon in there, seeing if you can get some kind of a fuzzy feeling or some crap. 417, you're on the air.
Oh, that must be me.
Yeah, that's you.
How you doing, Ghost?
Not too bad. Just a little upset that nobody gives a crap that they're being sold out or the country's being imploded from within.
Well, I don't know. I disagree with you. I'm 25 years old, so I guess I am a young person, and I definitely care. I don't think it's everybody, and it's not just kids that don't give a shit. But I did want to say one thing, too, and I think that's that you're a nigger.
Oh, yeah, great. 417-768-05. Should we go on even more?
Oh, that's fine, man. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
605.
I'm going to go ahead and post it up. You know what? I'm going to collect these numbers here. I'm collecting numbers, and I'm going to post them up on my blog. So anybody that wants to, just run the gambit on prank calling imbeciles, all right? Check out the blog. I'm sure. I don't know. Maybe there will. I can't confirm or deny if there will or won't be. But check out the blog at ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. All right? I'm just going to list these idiots, and, you all do whatever it is that you want to do. Just remember, you dumb prank calling nimrods, if you're going to call up with your number and do a prank call, I am warning your asses now. I've warned you like at least 80 billion times. All right? I'm going to collect the numbers, and I am going to, who the hell knows what I'm going to do with it? All right? Who the hell knows? Who knows? Who the hell knows what I'm going to do with it? 502, you're on the air.
Did you steal my mud tips?
What?
I'm calling to ask if you stole my fucking mud tips.
Hey, why don't you take the damn phone out of your throat? It's not your dad's Peter Popper, all right? This ain't, grow up with every... All right?
Shut the fuck up, Ghost.
Oh,
I'll take you the fuck out.
You would take me out? Oh, I'm scared. You're a really tough-sounding guy. You're breathing hard over the phone. Are you a fat ass?
I'm just curious.
Are you a fat ass? Answer the question. Are you a fat ass? Are you a fat ass? Are you a fat ass?
That's what you can do.
Yeah, you're a stupid idiot. That's another one to the collection there. 502-428. Oh, I don't know if I should do it. Maybe not on the Blog Talk Radio Network. Like I said, folks, go to the blog, ghostpolitics.blogspot.com, folks. All right? I'm telling you right now, 814, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing?
How's it going?
I'm all right. I'm with the conservatives, but I had some questions for you.
Sure.
I don't understand the whole thing that you guys have. A lot of conservatives have against elitism, people with an education. Is that what you're referring to whenever you say elitism, or what exactly are you referring to? I don't understand.
Let me explain to you what I'm talking about elitism. It's this pompous attitude that makes those that believe that because they went to, Berkeley, or they went to one of these liberal universities out here, that they're supposed to be accorded some sort of stature of, above value of everybody else. When, with all due respect, no liberal, with the exception of, the bureaucrats that are destroying this country, has made any kind of contribution to this country.
Wouldn't you say that, medical science or different things like that, those things are products of education?
No, I'm not against education, sir. What I'm against is the apparatus that has taken over education. Education is nothing more than a venue for the leftists that have hijacked every system of education, whether it's public education or the collegiate system. They've hijacked every venue so that they could spread this ridiculous interpretation of political correctness and to completely take out the idea of critical thinking and creativity, and instead, put in this idea of you're educated because you have a whole bunch of spit-back knowledge that you can spit back on a test.
Hold on, but if more conservatives were educated, went to school, then wouldn't they have more power in the system? You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? Like,
no, because
more conservative
first of all,
side is like a higher education.
Well, we do have an impact. We have a whole bunch of private institutions that don't have any affiliation with the regular general collegiate system. But those aren't prevalent within American society, or at least the media, because, they're not promoting Karl Marxism. You see, what you don't understand, son, is because our education system, our collegiate system, has been hijacked by the government. This is why our college degree prices are going so high, because we're sending a bunch of morons to school on the taxpayer's dime. Now, let me explain what's happening here, all right? The reason our public institutions have gone down the tubes is the same reason our collegiate system has gone down the tubes. The government has its hand in it, all right? I mean, the government has already said, when you go into some of these public institutions, they already said that, okay, whatever institution, I'm not going to name whatever college, but whatever college, the government is going to reserve this many seats for life losers to get out of whatever situation they're in and to go to college on the American taxpayer's dime, all right? And we're going to reserve these seats for these losers. And, these seats are reserved. We're only going to pay you so much for them, and that's all there is to it. And the other seats that aren't taken by the government, those are the seats that have to be, upped in price so that the university can maintain a profit, so that the university can invest in itself, so it can invest in better infrastructure and technology and that sort of thing. All right? So this is why our collegiate system has gone down the tubes, and that's why conservatives don't want to have nothing to do with it. That's why you don't see conservatives out there in the public institutions like Berkeley, because these institutions are basically a way for liberals to live their leftist dream. They are funded by the damn government, and they love it. So this is why I'm saying, folks, this is why school and education it costs so much money. This is why you have this whole ridiculous warped perception of what education is because you have the government's hand in it. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and move on to another subject matter here. I want to go ahead and talk about health care for a second, because I know for a fact that health care is going to take a good chunk of whatever deficits that we're going to incur, whether it's this year or next year or whatever the case might be, because these Democrats are dead set about passing this damn thing. They're dead set about passing this damn thing. Now, what exactly does this mean to you in general? Well, like I've said time and time again, folks, this dumbass little healthcare reform initiative being put forth by the liberal regime is nothing more than federally mandated insurance. Federally mandated insurance. And, the liberals have all these idiots believing that these people are going to get universal health care if Harry Reid and Nancy Plastic Face Pelosi get their way in the Congress. Oh, if they get their way, we're going to have universal health care, and we're going to live to be 150, and the government's going to fund us until we're gas bags and nothing more than a piss and crap factory. This is what these idiot liberals believe. I just can't believe how stupid we're getting in America. They actually believe that the government is going to fund not only their health care, but all the entitlements, the housing voucher programs, the food card, the free cell phones that the American government is now giving out to life losers. Yeah, if you happen to make under whatever the hell the litmus test is, you can get a free cell phone on the American taxpayer. Free broadband. Oh, yeah. I mean, we got so many entitlements, it's a disgrace. But this is it, folks. They want to make health care a federally mandated ordeal. Now, let me explain to you why I believe that federally mandated health insurance is a bad idea. Because, first and foremost, we're in a bad economy. We're in a bad economy, you stupid, gluttonous idiots. You don't have the money to be federally mandated any kind of insurance premium. I mean, don't you understand that you're going to be forced by our government to pay for health insurance, and if you don't, you could be fined or go to jail? Yeah, I bet you idiots didn't read that part, did you? That's right. If this damn health care bill or reform or whatever they're trying to pass it off as, if it is passed, you are going to be forced. You're going to be forced to pay for health insurance. And if you can't pay for health insurance, folks, if you fall under that poverty line or whatever the hell it's going to be, well, you're going to get that new public option or the consumer option or whatever they're going to label it as. It's going to be the minimal government standard of insurance that's out there known to man. And do you think that that minimal government public option standard is going to fund you and your health care system until you're 100 years old? You think it's going to burden the cost of putting you into life support systems and giving you colostomy bags and all this other crap? Do you think that the American taxpayer and the government is going to support you? No! So all you dumb idiot goddamn you stupid liberals that are out here trying to force feed the American public into believing that this is universal health care, it is not. It is not universal health care. It is a federally mandated insurance premium. And that's crap. What the hell is the insurance? Why is there even patient insurance? Let's put it that way. Why are we even paying for patient insurance? It's because the insurance companies have our politicians in their pocket. All right? That's why we pay insurance. Because, folks, we could be like the free market system in the healthcare industry. We could let the free market system take its course. And we already have proven models for this. There are already proven models that are out there and that are working, that are profitable. Even during a recession, they're profitable. And I'm talking about the cosmetic surgery industry, folks. It is a completely privatized medical industry. The only kind of intertwining with any kind of insurance that they do have is now insurance companies are providing coverage for breast cancer patients to get reconstructive surgery. But that's it, folks. If you want something done by the cosmetic surgeon, you've got to come out the pocket. You've got to have a credit card. You better have cash up front. And you see, folks, what has happened? What has happened in that industry? The price of every medical cosmetic procedure has gone down in price because of supply and demand. Supply and demand. The free market, you stupid morons! You're not paying some cosmetic insurance agent to go out there and get some stupid nose job or an ass implant or whatever the hell else you go out there and do. This is what I'm saying. Why can't our health system be this way? We've got great products being produced by companies out here that can predict diseases years before they onset through four-dimensional body scans. They can do open heart procedures without breaking the chest cavity. I mean, you know, in and out unclogging of your arteries within a weekend, with a few incisions in between your chest, your chest bones, for heaven's sake. I mean, there are so many innovative medical procedures, so many innovative medical technology out here, but the reason that they're not in a hospital near you, the reason they're not in a doctor's office near you, is because it's not profitable to do so, folks, because the insurance companies, and let me repeat this again for you idiots that aren't listening, listen up! The insurance companies bases every single price. They regulate the price of every procedure known to man. No matter what medical procedure that you may need, the medical health insurance industry already has a price for it. And they're not going to pay any more for it, and they're not going to pay any less for it. And this is how our health system is comprised, folks. Our practitioners, the hospitals and the doctors, they have to base their business model based around these preset limits by the insurance companies. They've got to base their business model on this crap. And on top of which, folks, the healthcare providers, the doctors, and the hospitals, they have to pay sometimes close to 60% of their profits to their own insurance, malpractice insurance, because these morons are out here wanting to get something for nothing. I mean, they got to pay out the you-know-what in malpractice insurance. So, folks, if you really want a health care reform, why don't you tell the president and your liberal regime this? Why don't you tell them to get the health insurance companies the hell out of health care? Get the health insurance companies out of patient health care. And let's get some tort reform. Let's get some damn tort reform going on. And make sure that, what was it, a couple of months ago I talked about a lady who happened to have had 8, 9 teeth pulled out when she was only supposed to have 4 teeth pulled out. This broad got $2.5 million for that crap. That kind of crap has got to stop. This is what's rising the cost of health care, you stupid morons. Don't believe the hype. And if you don't believe me, why don't you go look it up for yourself, you lazy bastard? But you see, the American people, I don't know if it's they just don't care, they don't know, they don't understand, they can't comprehend. And until I get a straight answer, I'm going to continue to say that the American public sucks. All right? The American public sucks. And that's all there is to it. 646-652-4869 is the number to call, folks. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. What do you have to say? Are you happy about what's going on here in this country? Are you happy about this crap? I want to hear it. I actually do want to hear it. 646-652-4869, folks. Let's go ahead and take some callers here. 334, you're on the air. Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this, folks? Are you hearing this?
What's up, man? What's up, Ghost? This is 334, a.k.a. the Negro Ghostbusters. What's up, my dog? What's up, my...
That's another one right there, folks. You see, that's a young person right there sitting here thinking that he's, somehow accomplishing something in life by doing this. So keep calling. I'm just raking in the numbers here. I continue to keep calling. 670, you're on the air. 670, you there? Yeah, you're not going to say nothing. I don't blame you for not saying anything either. All right, if I were you, I'd be scared too. Let me tell you something. I know that in this new pussified America, when we have the absolute pussification of the American male being implemented out here, and, as you can hear from most of these dumbass little milky-licking pieces of nipple-clamp-loving, Pokemon-watching jerk-offs that are calling up, you can tell that there's a lack of fatherly influence going on the other end of that line over there. And I'm sure that now that they're listening to the True Conservative radio program, and they're finally listening to some manly dominance that's being thrown around the damn internet like it ain't crap, it's getting them a little starstruck. It's getting them a little perplexed and bamboozled, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if most of these morons that are out here, these teenagers that are prank calling, I wouldn't be surprised if these idiots are taking a pad and paper and they're taking notes on how to be a real man right now. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if these idiots are taking notes on how to be a real man right now. And, when we were taking a call earlier this evening, we had some, half a fruit sounding moron talking to some bimbo in the background. Obviously, they didn't really understand that they were on the air, but we heard the little conversation. But let me tell you, I strongly advise that against all you little milky lickers that are calling me and that are trying to prank call me. I'd strongly advise you to have any female within close proximity of this broadcast, because if it happens to be your significant other, if it happens to be your wife, if it happens to be your girlfriend, let me tell you something right now. Your woman will probably be in absolute orgasmic pleasure, creaming out her pantyhose, because she's listening to the True Conservative radio show, and she's in complete freaking awe. In complete freaking awe at the manly dominance that I'm just throwing around this damn internet like it ain't crap. So all you idiots that are in here prank calling, you better not have your little girlfriends next to you, because, they're going to finally start realizing what the hell they've been missing. All right? Instead of you little stupid fruity-ass culture club-looking, Boy George butt lovers that are out here saying, oh, my God, Ghost, let me see your toolbox. Let me see your toolbox, Ghost. Piece of crap. Let's keep it going, folks. Let's keep it going. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. 818, you're on the air.
Hey, dog, where's the butt at, homie?
What are you an immigrant? Are you an immigrant?
Where the butt at?
I can tell that you're. I can hear a little Mexican twang in your voice. Are you Mexican? Are you a Mexican? Just admit it.
Clinic, homie. Let's go hit up the clinic.
Are you a Mexican?
Get faded, homie.
Huh? I can sound more Mexican than you stupid wannabe.
Hola.
What? That's all you got? Man, why don't you go shove a tamale in your anal passage there, boy? All right. Now I got immigrants calling me, for heaven's sake. I got immigrants calling me now. I mean, it's bad enough that I got these, these Greg Louganis ass lickers that are out here, got their garter belts in a bunch because, I'm a little critical about the gay agenda. And then you got these feminist bull dykes that are out here, looking for, some sort of a dildo in the shape of Jodie Foster's fist. Calling me up because, I'm against the feminist movement and I don't really give a crap about, Gloria Steinem and all this other crap. All right? And now I've got immigrants calling me up talking all kinds of malarkey at me because I'm basically saying, hey, you immigrants are invaders of America. So now we've got immigrants in here, huh? Now we've got immigrants, huh? Órale, tú que eres chingazo, este mero chingonote, puto, eh? Órale, a rato, te miro, te mato, puto, órale. Hate that crap. I hate that crap. Anyway, let's keep it going. All right, let's keep it going. 989, you're on the air.
Hey.
What's going on?
Hey, yeah, I'm just wondering, are you actually serious, man?
You're damn right. I'm as serious as a damn heart attack. Why you ask?
Well, I'm just wondering because I think it's good that somebody's actually caring, showing some real force in their opinions. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, I would hope so. Yeah, most of these people are a little tongue-tied. I mean, they look like I just kicked them in the nuts or something because I'm slapping them into reality, for heaven's sake.
Yeah. Unfortunately, your enthusiasm is kind of misplaced, buddy.
My enthusiasm is misplaced? How is that? Oh, well, and you're going to hang up after that? Well, at least you didn't prank call. You're not going to go in the list, but I still think you're a fruity ass, all right? You're not going into the list, but I still think you're a damn fruity ass, all right? You could have come up with something a little bit better than that. 425, you're on the air. Hey, 425, you going to sit there and play the pecker shaft, or you going to say something?
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on? I know you're there. What are you going to say something? Come on, boy. 90. Come on, boy. 425. The cat got your tongue, stupid ass clown. You know what? I mean, if you're going to call up here, at least have a pair of balls and at least debate. I'm not going to throw you into the damn list of, posting of people's numbers. I'm not going to post your number if you debate with me, all right? If you're a liberal and you disagree, throw some substance on the debating table, all right? I mean, I'm throwing substance upon substance upon substance upon substance on the debating table, and all you idiots can do is just look at me in complete awe about it. But if you're going to be a prank caller, you're going into the list, and by the way, this list may or may not be posted or indirectly linked on the True Conservative blog, so please bookmark or add to your favorites ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. That's ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. We're going to be blogging this evening. So let's hear some substance. I'm making these people look like mental midgets out here, and they have nothing to say about it, all right? 619, you're on the air.
Hey, Ghost.
What's going on?
Not much. How are you?
I'm not too good. You know, the American public really doesn't give a crap about their country, and it seems like we're on the Titanic and we're bound to sink.
You've been a real ghost lately. I haven't seen you around. You never called me.
Are you going to play this little gay issue? See, this is the new defense mechanism for young people nowadays. Haven't you noticed this? Act like you're gay. You know, I mean, this is when you know that we have no integrity as far as America anymore, all right? When they go to the gay defense mechanism, when you've cut somebody down so low that they have no other way to come back than to act like some fruity ass who actually wants to take the balls out of your pants. I mean, seriously. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. 973, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Not too good. I mean, I got too many damn unpatriotic, not giving a crap young people that are being sold out and they don't really care about it.
And you know what? I'm a young person too, and I do care about it. And I listen to your show whenever I can, whenever I'm not working. And I just wanted to say that you're doing a really good job. And what's your favorite Pokemon?
Oh, give me a break. Now that one's going into the list. 973-513, you're going on the list. 812, you're on the air.
Hi, I've been listening to your show and hearing you talk about all these goddamn immigrants and fucking healthcare and all that. It's fucking amazing, you know? Can you do that gay voice for me again? That gave me a really big erection, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you sound like one of these 40-year-old prostate-infected to Chris Hansen to catch a predator ass lickers, all right? Why don't you go to another chat room and try to, find Miss Anime Rottencrotch, who you hope is finger-banging herself on the Internet on the other side of the world somewhere. Dumbasses. Anyway, let's go on to another subject matter, shall we? Now that we've basically told all you damn liberals that, this stupid health care initiative, all right, this little health care reform is nothing more than a federally mandated health insurance premium, now you idiots, you can't call and defend yourselves, all right? You cannot call and defend yourselves whatsoever, so I don't blame you. But since we had a couple of immigrants call in, let's go ahead and talk about immigrants, and we're going to go ahead and talk about them right now. Now, let me explain something about the immigrant problem in America and why I feel that it is such an integral part of not only conservative policy but American policy. First and foremost, these individuals that are coming into our country illegally, and they're setting up shop, they're getting jobs, they're living here, whatever in the case might be, these individuals are invaders. All right. Let me repeat that again to all the American patriots that are out there listening in and that are having a little bit of a kind of a sour taste in their mouth whenever they look at this immigrant infestation that we're having here in America. These immigrants, and I'm not singling out anybody, I can see these ass clowns in the chat room. You're saying, oh, Ghost, you're a racist. You don't like Mexicans. It's nothing of the sort. I just don't appreciate invaders of my country. I don't appreciate them. And no true American patriot should appreciate them either. That's why we want them out. That's why we want them out. And I am not going to stop speaking until they're out of here. Now, the bottom line is, folks, is that if America decided to, in concert, 100,000, 1 million Americans decided, hey, we're going to go into France illegally, or England illegally, or any other country illegally, and we're going to set up shop, and we're going to get jobs, and we're going to work below the minimum wage, and we're not going to pay any taxes in that country. We're not going to do anything. Do you think that country's going to sit back and say, oh, look, do you think England would say, oh, look at the American here. Go ahead, American, go ahead, take my job up there. Go ahead and take my job. I don't care if you take my job. They wouldn't say that! Those tea drinkers would kick us out of their stupid fish and chip-eating country! They'd kick us out of that queen-worshipping crap hole they call a country. Now, why and how these damn liberals and feminists have turned this illegal immigration issue into a humanitarian issue is beyond me. It's not humanitarian, asshole. It has nothing to do with being humanitarian. These illegal immigrants are invaders to this country. They are not only robbing American people, and I'm talking about true American people who have ancestry that traces back to people who spilled blood for this great nation of ours, for people who spilled blood for this great nation of ours. These individuals, I better calm down. Hold on, folks. Oh, my heart. Hold on, folks. My chest. All right. I know my chest's hurting right now, folks, and I'm sorry. I can see people in the chat room are asking if I'm all right. I'm as good as it gets. But let me tell you something, folks. These illegal immigrants are not only taking the jobs from American people, but they are lowering the cost of labor. Lowering the cost of labor. And they're taking the jobs that are left in this service industry-oriented economy, while everybody's being laid off. And it doesn't matter what industry you're in. It doesn't matter if you're a blood-sucking lawyer. It doesn't matter if you're some pansy-ass journalist. It doesn't matter what you are. We are seeing job losses at rapid rates all across the board, both blue-collar and white-collar. And where are all these displaced workers that are out of work? Where are they supposed to go be employed? Where are they supposed to gain employment? They're supposed to gain employment in this service industry-oriented America. And you know who's beating them to the punch right now to these jobs? These damn illegal immigrants that aren't paying any taxes. They're paying no taxes, and they're collecting American entitlements. That's right, folks. These damn immigrants are accepting American entitlements out of the American taxpaying system. And nobody cares. They're trying to say that this is humanitarian. What's humanitarian about taxing American people for invaders of this great country? I can't stand it. You piece of crap. I can't take it. I mean, do you consider yourself American? Do you care about this country? I hate to keep asking this question to you morons, but do you care about this country, damn it? Do you care? Oh, my chest. Oh, my chest hurts. Let me calm down, folks. Hold on. Let me calm down, folks. Hold on. Oh, my chest. Let me calm down, folks. I'm sorry. 646-652-4869, folks. I'm sorry that my... Hold on. Anyway, folks, I'm sorry. 646-652-4869. Let's take a few callers here. 765, you're on the air.
Hey, Ghost, it's Sean.
Hi, how's it going, Sean?
Not too bad. I heard all these prank calling loser. Oh, I don't even know what to say about them.
I'm telling you, Sean.
I'm sitting here at work. I'm trying to listen to your show, and all I'm getting is prank callers. So I decided I'd take a little break and call in.
Well, I appreciate it, Sean. Let me tell you, these individuals out here, they continue to prank call. And let me tell you what I'm doing, all right? What I'm doing here is trying to convey to these young people that they're being sold out by these idiots that are worshiping this Karl Marx perspective of American politics, and no one cares. You see, that's what really makes me sick. And I'm sorry that I'm getting so upset while you on the line here, Sean, but it just makes me sick.
It is sick, and people don't care. People think tomorrow will be fine, then the next day will be fine, and the day after that will be fine. But one day it's not going to be.
It's absolutely not going to be fine, and that's what I keep telling people. That's what I've been on here for 3 years telling people, and no one gives two rats' asses about it. I mean, look at these ass clowns in the chat room. I've got close to 200 idiots in the chat room, and most of these morons are flapping their fat sausages of the fingers on the keyboard, thinking that they're winning brownie points with some sort of cyber social circle or a bunch of group of enemy Pokemon worshiping ass ticklers. I just don't understand it.
I don't understand them. I stay in the chat room for about 10 minutes, and I can't take these people anymore.
I can barely take them. I can barely take. This is my own chat room, for heaven's sake, and I can barely take these idiots. I mean, good God.
But, you were talking about this. I actually called to talk about the spending bill, the omnibus bill.
Yeah. Isn't that a great piece of work that these damn bureaucrats in Washington are trying to put together? Or hell, they have put it together. What the hell am I talking about?
Yeah, the $2.7 million for research on space surgery.
Oh, yeah, there we go. It says space surgery. That's exactly what, half these idiots are space cadets out here. If you listen to some of these morons, they're space cadets now. We're going to put these idiots in space with some chimp and give them surgery in the ass or something. Give me a break.
I mean, seriously, how many of us are going to need surgery in space? Nobody.
But this is America, and you see, it's all being charged on these young people's tabs, and these idiots actually believe that they're going to be taken care of all this time. They're going to be taken care of out here, and they're not. I feel real sorry for the young people in this country, and I know there's a lot of these young people prank calling me at this current time, but, when they are finally put into the chains of serfdom, I hope that they remember my screams, and I hope that they remember my commentary, and I hope it penetrates their psyche when they realize that there's nowhere for them to run and nowhere for them to go other than to submit to some quasi-communist malarkey that's probably going to use them as, human fertilizer if all else goes haywire.
Sooner or later, China's going to want their money. India's going to want their money. Everyone that we owe money to is going to want their money, and we're not going to be able to pay, and they're going to want it somehow. They're going to take it. They're going to try to take it.
Yeah, and they're getting ready to take it. Are you kidding me? They're socially engineering their society to have 5 men to every 1 woman in the country, and that's going to make a lot of pissed off young, Chinese men out there that are going to be ready for war. And all the money that they're obtaining through being the world's manufacturing hub, and basically it's America's manufacturing base, but it's the hub of manufacturing throughout the world, they're obtaining all this revenue and buying weapons. And they're buying warheads and nuclear war missiles, and they're aiming them right here at America. And do we give a crap? No, of course not, because we're idiots.
Oh, no, we don't give a crap. We tell other nations that, oh, don't worry, we'll get rid of our nuclear weapons as long as you get rid of yours. And some stupid liberal will actually do it without checking with these other nations like Russia, knowing that they keep their nuclear weapons just like they did and Russia did and the United States did after the Cold War. You can't be fooled by we may have cut them down, but we kept enough pointing at Russia, the former Soviet Union, just in case.
Yeah, unfortunately, we got liberals that actually believe, I don't know whether they believe this or whether they are trying to destroy the country or what, but they actually believe in this policy that if we, hold hands and sing Kumbaya, that, we're going to have some sort of global peace of some sort, and that's just malarkey.
You can never have global peace. It's just it's impossible.
I agree, but these morons believe that it can happen. I mean, you take a look at all the losers in this country. We can barely afford to take care of the losers in this country and their gluttonous fat asses. The supposed poor in America. I'm sick and tired of hearing about the poor in America. I mean, I go through impoverished parts of Texas all the time. I mean, I have to, cruise through these damn things. I travel all over the state. And when I go into these supposed impoverished parts of America, I mean, they're just fat people. All right? I mean, I don't care. People have every right to be fat if they're paying it out of their own pocket. But you've got these fat, jelly-ass, diabetic, can't even see their own feet, just tubberlards, waddling their fat jelly asses up and down the supposed impoverished parts of America. And I ask everyone this, including liberals, do poor people get fat? I mean, do poor people get fat?
No, they shouldn't. That's kind of an oxymoron.
Of course they shouldn't. So that's why I'm sick and tired of hearing the liberals and the feminists exploit the supposed poor in America when these idiots are having a great time. They're getting fat in the ass off of our tax-paying dollars. They're getting free housing voucher programs. Have you heard about the housing voucher program? I mean, you could literally be some kind of life loser or some woman who shitted out about 8, 9 kids from 8 or 9 different fathers. You can go in and you can legitimately get a voucher for I don't know how many thousands of dollars, and you can use that in any subdivision that you want to live in. That's why you're starting to see, if you happen to be in an upper middle class or in a semi-rich supposed subdivision, you're seeing a lot of these single dish rag whore octo-mom mothers springing up in these locations out of nowhere because they're being funded by the American taxpayer.
Exactly, and I don't say this to be racist, but because it goes for the poor of the white community and the black community, but you give these handouts, you give the money to these mothers that had, like you said, these 8 kids or 9 kids. Their kids are troublemakers. They move into the nice neighborhoods because they're abandoned houses. People are buying them and renting them out to government housing because they know they're going to get their money.
Yep,
and it's turning good neighborhoods into crappy neighborhoods, and that's exactly why I left the neighborhood in outside Pittsburgh that I used to live in, and that's one of the main reasons I left there. When I moved there, when I was 5 years old, the neighborhood was great. Growing up through grade school, the neighborhood was great. Last 5 years or so, just a garbage community.
Yeah, well, welcome to the new America. The new junkyard America. You know about that, right?
Yep.
The new junkyard America? Yeah. Welcome to the new junkyard America. You like that junkyard America there? Junkyard America. That's enough. Sorry, I just had to do that. I mean, this is the new junkyard America. This is what we're living in here. I mean, we're trading in our cash for clunkers, cash for crap. I mean, it's a disgrace. I mean, we're giving dish rag whores who shit out 8, 9 kids from 8 or 9 different fathers housing voucher programs and food cards and entitlements, and then they get to play the child support lottery system. That's just unbelievable.
Well, then the Democrats get their vote, and then we can give amnesty to all the illegal aliens, and they'll get the Democrat vote. And
unbelievable. Anyway, Sean, you want to plug your blog here because I'm going to get to the immigrants issue. I know I kind of vaguely went over it, but it's a very serious issue. And I think most Americans are completely oblivious to it or trying to coincide it with some sort of humanitarian issue when it shouldn't be, thought of the sort, if you will. But tell everybody your blog so they can go out there and comment.
It's truthandthought.webs.com.
All right, Sean, and you know what, man? I appreciate you calling up. I appreciate you listening. We know you're a great fan, and we really appreciate you calling there, Sean.
Thank you for taking my call, yes.
Keep up the good work, man.
Thank you.
Well, once again, folks, that was Sean, young conservative. And once again, folks, at least we have some young people that are out there that understand the dire straits that this country is in and understand that they have to take the initiative to go out and participate in their government in any regard. Anyway, folks, I'm continuing to take callers here, 646-652-4869. And before I go on any further, folks, we're going to head into the last 30 minutes of the True Conservative radio program. I'd like for everybody to please comment on my blog, all right? Now, if you really support the True Conservative radio program, if you really appreciate the True Conservative commentary and you want me to come up here a little bit more frequently, if you'd like to see the True Conservative radio program a little bit more frequently, maybe 5 times a week, 4 times a week, who the hell knows, please add the blog to your favorites, all right? ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. And, folks, just go out there and patronize some of the sponsors on the blog. It's just a freaking click, folks, all right? And I guarantee you, I keep track of all that crap that's going on in that blog. If you folks can take the time, you can take it right now. I'll go ahead and wait. Go ahead. ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. Open it up and click on some of them sponsors, folks, because let me tell you, Blog Talk Radio ain't paying me to do this crap, all right? They're not out here, giving me, $8,000 a month or some crap to do this crap. I'm not getting anything! So if you'd like to see the True Conservative radio show on with a little bit more frequency, all right? Please, all right, whether you like me, whether you hate me, whether you just want to, have me to continue to have these broadcasts so you can prank call, I don't care. Go to the blog. Go to the blog, please. ghostpolitics.blogspot.com and click on a few sponsors. All right, I'm going to keep track of it. I'm looking at it right now. None of you ass clowns went. None of y'all clicked any sponsors. Go out there and click a sponsor. It's just a click, you idiots. Good God. I come up on here for 2 hours all the time and give you passion and give you fury and expose the contradictions and the hypocrisy of this damn liberal regime. The least you can do is bookmark the blog and add the blog to your favorites. Ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. It's just a freaking click, you... Stupid morons out here. Got these idiots like Glenn Beck out here making all kinds of money and still involved with Goldgate. Support the True Conservative radio show, folks. Please. I implore you, please. ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. It's just a freaking click. Anyway, folks. We're heading into the last 30 minutes of the broadcast, okay? And, folks, I do these shows in hopes of sparking synapses. I know that a lot of people aren't going to agree with the conservative commentary that I'm conveying on this broadcast, but we have to continue to pay the conservative commentary forward. Whatever you hear on this broadcast, spread it around like wildfire! Spread it around like wildfire out there! And make sure everybody listens to the True Conservative perspective. Don't allow these supposed mouthpieces that are supposed to be talking for you and me try to sit here and make these statements in the name of the people. I'm talking about these damn liberal bureaucrats. I'm talking about these wannabe conservatives that are out here trying to vouch to be the mouthpiece of the conservative. I'm talking about Sarah Eskimo Bimbo Palin. I'm talking about all these morons that claim to be a conservative when they're out here embracing the socialist system, when they're out here embracing socialism and communism. We need to go back to the free market. We need to go back to the free market. We need to embrace Americanism out here. And we need to kick these illegal immigrants out of the country. Get out! Get out of the country! We don't need you! These damn illegal immigrants. Let me tell you something, folks. They have not only taken jobs from American people, but they have completely degraded the cost of labor. They've degraded the cost of labor for American people. And, folks, if you're a true conservative, and if you're thinking about running for some local office somewhere, if you're thinking about running for some state representative office somewhere, if you're thinking about running for anything, make as a part of your campaign to make sure that everyone who employed these illegal immigrants, and I'm talking about the big CEOs to the dumb bimbo who hired an illegal immigrant to take care of her kids, I'm talking about everybody who hired an illegal immigrant, they should be thrown in jail and they should be tried for treason because they're traitors! They're traitors! Anybody who aided and abetted an invader of this country is a damn traitor. And that's why anyone who employed any of these illegal immigrants should be tried for treason. And I will go down until my last breath believing and promoting that idea. And you should too. If you're a true American, if you have ancestry that spilled blood for this country, you should too, damn it. But most people don't. Most people are like, oh, it's a humanitarian thing, Ghost. It's a humanitarian thing. Huh. And you know what's even more ridiculous, all right? What's even more ridiculous is that you've got Mexican Americans, right? Individuals who aren't from Mexico or aren't from South America. These are individuals that are living in the country, that were born and raised in America. These Mexican Americans are going out in protest in favor of these moron immigrants. And this is what just bamboozles my mind. I mean, these illegal immigrants are taking their jobs, and they're out there saying, yeah, Holmes, we need to help the Mexicans that are coming across the border, eh? Yeah, man, I like to go out to the border, Holmes. I like to give them a burrito, Holmes. I like to give them a taco. Yeah, Holmes. I like to give them a taco, the jalapeno, the stoco morocco, shut your mouth. Makes me sick. Anyway, folks, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. We're going to take a few more callers. But before we do, please add me to your following on Twitter. Ghost Politics is the name. Ghost Politics. That's the name to follow on Twitter. It's the official Twitter name of the True Conservative Radio program. And by the way, folks, ghostpolitics@yahoo.com is the email address if you have anything to say to me, folks. All right? Anyway, let's go ahead and take a few callers here. Let me see. We got 6760. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, I just moved to California, and I see a lot of, like, Mexicans and stuff.
Yeah.
And, I was wondering if more of them are gay, because, like, a couple of them asked them to suck my dick, and I was like, no.
Well, why would they ask you something like that? Maybe because you sound like you just popped out of the anal passage of Ricky Martin? Maybe because you have no bass in your voice whatsoever? Maybe because you were raised by your mammy? Where's your father? Why don't you give me your father's number right now? I'll call him up right now on the air, and I can tell him what type of fruity-ass crap popped out of his nutsack. Give me his number.
Excuse me, sir.
Give me his number. I said shut up and give me his number, you piece of crap. Give me his number.
Well, I'm really...
Give me his number.
I have a huge boner.
That's what I thought. Just sit there and shut your mouth. You just got added to the list. All right? Just got added to the list, you stupid moron. Sit there and shut your mouth and speak, and when you're spoken to, you milky liquor. But this is America, folks. Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this, folks? This is America right here. All these individuals coming out saying, oh, look at me, I'm going to call up the Ghost Radio Show, and I'm going to be so cool, and I'm going to impress all my social friends on the Pokemon website that I go and post at in little forums. Oh, yeah, hey, I want to say hi to all my anime little friends out there that didn't know how to grow up past 14 years old, 13 years old. I wanted to say hi to the animes. Hi. This is America right here, folks. This is America. All right? And let me tell you, I mean, I've got some idiot claiming he's Adam Lambert, private messaging me saying he's Adam Lambert. If you're Adam Lambert, well, what in the hell are you doing listening to the True Conservative radio program? Don't you have some bondage masks and some ball gags to be putting in some mails somewhere? Adam Lambert, what the hell are you talking about? Just get the hell out of here. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Let's take some more callers here. 815, you're on the air.
Hey, how's it going, Ghost?
Not too good.
Yeah, you say that every time. I'm just going to, you know what, I'm really happy for you, and I'm going to let you finish, but I'm just going to say that, you know, President Obama is the best president of our time. And before you cut me off, I'd also like to say that Jesus is going to take you back. And I'm just kind of chilling, just wanted to let you know that the youth doesn't like your radio station. We don't like you talking bad about us.
Yeah, because you're idiots. That's why. You're morons. You young people are pathetic. Y'all are being sold out. Y'all are being sold out by the older generations, and you're like, oh, yeah, let's have a party, dude. Maui, wowie, man.
Motherfucker. Listen, I got more balls in my pants, in my left pocket.
Well, say it. Sound off. You're stuttering like you're stumbling over your own tongue like John Edwards trying to explain how to cheat on a dying wife. Let's hear you sound off with some balls.
Stupid motherfucker. You say the same thing every time.
Why don't you talk a little louder? What, are you trying to hide from somebody?
I'm not trying to hide anywhere.
You're trying to hide from your mammy? You're trying to hide from your wife? What's going on? Why don't you talk a little louder? Why don't you scream a little bit?
You're going to put my... yeah, you know what? I am going to scream at you. You're screaming at everyone else.
Scream right now. Why don't you go ahead and scream? I want to hear you scream. I want to see that you live by yourself, so go ahead and scream.
You know what? I don't live by myself.
Of course, because you live with your mammy, don't you? You live with your mammy. Just admit it. You live with mammy.
Can you shut up for a minute and let me talk?
Do you live with mammy? Do you live with that bull dyke mammy?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Do you live with that bull dyke mammy of yours? I'm asking you.
Yes, I live with my parents. Is that what
isn't that sweet, folks? He is such a liberated young man speaking from his mother and father's phone, isn't that great? Oh, isn't that great?
My own phone bill. Listen,
I'm an all-American idiot. I live with my parents and I call the True Conservative Radio Show.
Oh, I'm not saying that at all. I think you really need to relax for a second and let me finish. You know, you're so involved in cutting people off, you never get to hear the rest of them side of the story. So
I'm listening to you right now, and all I'm hearing is somebody who sounds like he's snuck the laptop into the crapper and trying to, sneak some, internet time from somebody.
Listen, I'm not trying to steal anybody's internet time. If you want me to get off, ask me to get off. I go to school full-time. I work full-time.
I mean, you're accomplishing a lot. He's going to school full-time, guys. What are you majoring in, son?
So, you keep cutting me off.
What are you majoring in?
I am majoring in automotive engineering and design.
Oh, yeah, like some Indian isn't going to be able to do your job at a lot less with a hell of a lot more work ethic than you. Oh, hey, let's give it up for the automotive engineering guy who's going to get his job taken away by the Indians. Yay! You're accomplishing things, young man.
All right, listen, thank you. I thank you for the credit. I thank you for the time you gave me on your show. I think you're a little too mean to the people who are trying to help you out and, give you some, just
What are you talking about? Mean to the people that help me out? I'm not mean to the people that help me out. I give them much credit. I just hate these young people that are out here thinking that life's a big Pokemon game and we're just going to go out and, hey, look at me. I still watch anime even though I'm 25 years old.
These are the people who are keeping your show alive because
well, you know what? Tell them to eat my you-know-what up till they hiccups, all right? Tell them I said that, all right?
And you know what? And I'm sure they heard you, and I'm sure they're laughing their ass off.
Yeah, well, that's good. I hope they do, and tell them that anime sucks, all right? I mean, they couldn't even watch American cartoons. That's how pathetic they are. That's how much they sold out their own country. They couldn't even watch American cartoons. They had to sell out to some Tokyo Jap crap. Get out of here. All right, do you have anything else to say before I bitch slap you off the show?
Yeah, just don't bitch slap me. And
yeah, that's right. Get out of here. Just get out of here before I stick my boot so far up your poop chute that you'll be shitting out leather for the next 20,000 years of your lifetime, you clogged up colon hole having fruit ball.
Oh, I go to school and I work all day, so that makes me a good American, even though I'm letting these bureaucrats take control of my constitutional rights, and even though I'm throwing all my freedoms down the toilet. Oh, but I go to school and I work full time, and that makes me have a big pair of balls. That's what that does. It gives me a big pair of balls because I'm going to school and I am out there doing it. And I'm so proud of myself. Mammy, who I live with, Mammy is so proud of me too. All right? She is so proud of me. Oh, good God. I mean, but this is the American youth, all right? This is the American youth right here, folks, all right? And you see, do you see any kind of optimism coming out of the future generation here? I mean, you're listening to these people. I mean, that was a 25-year-old going to school, all right? A 25-year-old going to school? I mean, shouldn't you be done with school already? I mean, did he say he was going to graduate school? Did he say that he was going to, master's degree? No, he didn't say that. He said he was still going to school, and that's what most of these ass clowns are doing. That's what most of these young people are doing, all right? They're going out there, they're, putting themselves in $40,000, $50,000 worth of debts before they even get into the damn game of life. And when they get into the game of life, they can't even afford to pay back their loans, you know? So they're out here, you got master's degree graduates becoming, Starbucks coffee house baristas. I mean, it's truth. It's the damn truth. It's the damn truth, all right? Anyway, 646-652-4869. You're listening to True Conservative Radio. I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. As you can see, it's another night of a bunch of young, mindless idiots that are being sold out by every generation that's basically flipping the bill on their tab, and these idiots have no care in the world. Did you hear that last caller? Oh, I go to school, and I'm doing this and that, but I don't know about all the things that you're telling me about, about them selling me off. I don't know. I'm stupid.
Let's continue going, shall we? 503 area code, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, what do you want?
Hey, okay, well, I was listening to what you were...
Shut up, you sound like a fruit bowl anyway, all right? You sound like one of these Pokemon, hi, shut your stupid mouth. 916, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing, Ghost?
Yeah, what's going on?
Just got back from Iraq about 3 weeks ago. I just started listening and been a big fan. You bring up the issues a lot of people don't bring about, and you got all these college kids calling in acting like dumbasses.
Yeah, well, it's unfortunate, sir, that, you have true patriots like yourself that are out there fighting for these kids' freedom, and they could give two rats' asses about it. It makes me sick.
Yeah, I just got back from 5 years in the Navy, and then, I come to listen to a conservative. I'm a conservative. Yeah, I live in California, but I'm a conservative, and I got to listen to these college kids coming in that have no respect for anything.
They don't have any respect for themselves. I mean, do you hear these kids? They have no respect for themselves. And, what's really unfortunate is that while our brave men and women are out there fighting, here domestically, these kids that are, instead of going out there and fighting like every other young person should, donating themselves to a cause higher than themselves, instead they're sitting here making domestic situations so unbelievable that we are systematically transitioning from what we knew of as a constitutional republic. It's what I keep telling people, a constitutional republic into some sort of quasi-socialist communist nonsense. And as long as these morons believe that they're going to continue to get entitlements and social programs so they can continue to buy the next PlayStation 3 game and watch the next anime cartoon and, get the next dollar cheeseburger. They don't care. They don't really give a crap.
I remember these kids in high school. They were watching their Japanese cartoons. Not a girl even looked at them. They're freaking losers, not doing anything with their lives. But Ghost, I just want to thank you for bringing up the real issues that these youngins, they need to know. I'm a youngin myself. I'm only 24. But,
hey, I'm not against all young people, but remember, sir, a group is defined by its majority. And when the majority of the young people are, acting like, the typical buffooneries that are calling up here making jerk nuts out of themselves, unfortunately, this is what, the signature of every young person becomes, unknowingly, if you will.
Ghost, you're a faggot. Do a barrel roll.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah, you just got on the list. How's that there, 916? You just got on the list. Welcome to America, folks. You hear this? You hear this right here? Does everybody hear this here? I mean, this is America right here, folks. These stupid, dumb-ass, loser, enemy jerkasses. This is it right here. And I'm asking you, do you think America's going to continue on? I mean, I'm going to list all these morons' phone numbers that have called up and done this. I'm telling you, you're all on the list. Ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. All right, go up there and check it out. And click a few sponsors while you're at it there, you milky lickers. It's just a freaking click. We got 9 minutes left in the program. We're going to take a few more callers. 812, you're on the air.
I think the real issue we need to worry about is these goddamn niggers always running around here fighting.
Yeah, you just got put back on the list. You got put on the list there, 812. Man, we got a whole bunch of numbers here tonight. We got a whole bunch of numbers. We got 812, 815, 760, 812, 973, 619, 818. Man, there's going to be a lot of numbers out here that people can call. Woo! Here, let's see if we can get a couple more on here, Dan, on the list. 904, you're on the air.
Ghost.
What's going on?
Hey, thanks for having me on your show, buddy.
What's going on, bro?
Not too much. I just wanted to actually ask you a couple questions here.
What's that?
I was wondering, about your political prognostications.
Yeah.
I think you do have really good insight into the main problem, which is liberal and feminism infestation of America. And I think a lot of the reason why these people are calling your show and acting like jackasses is because they can't separate their emotional thought from their rational thought. And I'm reading this book right now. It's called Sex and Character by Otto Weininger. And he was saying that the masculine mind thinks only in rational ways, and the feminine mind thinks only in emotional ways, so feeling is thinking for the feminine mind. And I think it's just part of the feminization of America, where these people can't separate a harsh, straight-talking, frank person from, oh, he's a mean guy, so therefore he's wrong. They can't separate that. They don't know how to think. You know what I mean?
I absolutely know what you mean. It's this political correctness doctrine that has subjugated our people into believing that, we can't say anything without thinking about 4 or 5 times before we say it.
Exactly. You can't have an open, honest conversation with somebody and express yourself, or you're going to be, cast out of society. It's completely un-American, man.
It is completely un-American, but this is what's unfortunate about not only our young people, but it's also infected most of the adult community today. Most American people don't give 2 rat's asses, and they think about pure emotional impulsiveness. That's why most of these individuals have put themselves in situations they can't get themselves out of. I mean, that's why they're lured to leftism and feminism. Because
I feel like I should have a $60,000 Corvette. I deserve this. How many times have you heard on some damn commercial, you deserve such and such. You deserve this. It plays on people's disgusting, self-loving emotion.
I completely agree with you, sir. Do you have a blog or something that you want to promote here?
No, I don't. I wanted to actually ask you about some of your political prognostications. I got off of that, but I did go back in your archive and I checked out some of your old stuff. I don't remember the episodes, but You did get the one about Ron Paul running as a libertarian wrong. You got the one about us invading Iran within a year or something like that wrong. I'm just, I don't care, like, I'm not trying to bust your balls, but
invading Iran in a year. Well, we're still in the process of possibly invading. We're still going through the international political red tape on that. And as far as Ron Paul, I just speculated, given the fact that the man had, accumulated a lot of generated funds through this presidential campaign, but it seems to me what Ron Paul's going to do is just keep that in his campaign contribution account until he's no longer a Congress member, and possibly live large, happily ever after on that. I mean, that's just me. That's my personal opinion.
And I respect that, and that is feasible.
I figured that if you're going to, have that much money financing your campaign, that you weren't going to stop because of some liberal biased, rhino-infested Republican Party, that you'd continue to pursue the goal, given the fact that he had, gone through all this mass hysteria amongst the young people generated in his campaign. I mean, you would have thought that he would have continued further and went into the libertarian. He did it before in '88, so I figured you'd do it again. But unfortunately,
it
wanted
wasn't
to keep the money.
Prediction.
I
wish he would have actually. I know you've talked about him, how you think some of his foreign policy is bad, and basically what I understood, what your position was since we have all this money and all this blood invested in these foreign positions, to give them up would be ultimately to sacrifice our ability to balance power internationally.
Well, absolutely, because then we go back to, an anarchic type of international community, because everybody is vying for power. I mean, look at the Chinese building up their military infrastructure and socially engineering their population. You haven't heard much from Russia, but they're starting to spend, some of their accumulated net worth into reorganizing their military infrastructure. You've got all the destabilization in the South American regions. I mean, there's just too much. Anything could happen.
So basically, the thought is, if we don't keep our international strongholds, then eventually, if we just retract to our own continent, they're going to build up their forces everywhere around the world. One country's going to end up taking over or something like that, and then it's just going to be us against pretty much the whole world.
Absolutely, because remember, we're the ones that brought the international community into modernity. Post-World War II, when we came in and we kind of helped up the European powers out there against, Hitler and Mussolini and the Japs, we basically progressed the idea of capitalist free market modernity into the international community. And now, unfortunately, we are becoming the victims of our own product. We created international exchange of goods and commerce and trade. And now, because we were, too busy with our military trying to achieve it, now I think we've kind of overextended ourselves militarily. But to say that we should pull back because we've extended ourselves too much is just, kind of just a tuck and tail and leaving. I think what we need to do is we need to just firmly establish what military assets are viable for America's national interest, and to be able to make sure that we heed any type of attempt at some type of Hitler-esque or some type of rogue regime type of apparatus to come over and attempt to take over the world, or just to cause destabilization in the international community. Because any destabilization at this point in the international community affects the American economy. And as you can see, because of all the instability in the globe, our economy is affected, although it's affected amongst a bunch of other things that pertain to our own domestic banking system. But for the most part, without the international community and the safety of exchange of goods and services, America's gone. And that's why I say we can't be an isolationist country.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering about, as far as like the manufacturing jobs going overseas, because I was talking to my dad earlier this evening, and he said when he was like 18, 19, about my age, I'm 21, he said when he was about my age, he went in and he got a job in a factory, and he was getting paid, inflation adjusted, like $14.50 an hour, just entry level, and that's way better than anything you could find entry level. And a lot of these kids that call your show don't understand that, you know, we're a lot poorer than our parents were, and we're going to be a lot poorer, and we got a lot more tax burden on us. And I was wondering, what would you do, like, what's your idea about protecting domestic jobs, basically? If you're not going to be isolationist, if you can't be protectionist, what would you do?
Well, I thank you very much for calling in, 904. We got 1 minute, but basically what I would do is, first and foremost, if I was running the government, I would initiate with the multinational corporations that were created here in America and ask them where their loyalty lies, whether or not they're going to sit here and become some international consortium that has no allegiance to the country that started their ass. And if they decided, well, we're not going to go ahead and we're going to play ball somewhere else, so then we just you know, kind of take their assets from them and you know, and put them up for sale on the free market, because we don't need any more of these idiot corporate American companies or multinational companies or these financial institutions taking any more of our tax dollars without us as American people getting some recourse for it. And then we have to stimulate production, and we have to stimulate research and development, and we have to stimulate innovation, those sorts of things. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Please visit the sponsors. Support the show. Go click on the sponsors at the blog at ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. It's just a freaking click. And follow me on Twitter at ghostpolitics. Long live the conservative movement and death to feminism.
A Napa guy knows not to judge a man by his car's multicolor paint job or absence of modern gadgetry. Who cares if it's technically old enough to vote and the windows are powered by the strength of your left arm? Your monthly payment is zero, and it'll stay that way. Because with over 400,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, you can keep anything on the road. She may not be pretty, but she's all yours. That's Napa know-how.